Okay guys, I'm looking at some things here. For example, I'm looking at this leg from the front view, and I feel like our dragon should have a similar leg. I mean, not like I did it, but a little bit more pronounced on this side, like this. You see? A little bit more of this. What was this muscle? This one, here. This. Yeah, I always forget that muscle, the name of it, but it doesn't matter that much. What matters is we need to have some kind of more anatomical work in here, and we will try to do it like this. This will be more like this, and here. This blue thing, I will move it up. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it was nothing, it was just moving a few things around and everything. Let's concentrate on the important things. So now we have almost everything ready. Let's get to the pike. We have the pike. It's not ready, basically. We need to make it. So let's do it first. What we can do about the pike. So here it could have, but everything about the pike could be a poly paint, or just, we'll see. First, what I will do is I will go to the pike and put some, insert some meshes, not some meshes, some edge loops. Okay, with the mouse would be more appropriate, like this, one here, and one most likely will go here, and this one, let's put our pivot, okay, increase the size of it like this. Hopefully this could work. Okay, I want to put another one in here, edge loop. Why do I do that? Because if we want here to have kind of a sharp corner, we need to have edge loop there. Because otherwise, even with our... Here I cannot put an edge loop, which is interesting. But obviously I can't select the edge. But otherwise, even with the crease, we will not be able to make kind of a sharper corner. Oops, oops, oops. Yes? Okay. I did it. Sometimes when the edges are very close to each other, it's difficult to select the edge, especially with the long edges. It's difficult to select it and to put a polygon or edge loop in this case, whatever you need, especially in the cones. And this is not a cone, so it's easier. And I will put some edge loops just to support. Those are supportive edge loops. If you have worked before in the 3D, you would know what I mean. If you haven't, those edges are, because when we subdivide, or dynamically subdivide in this case in ZBrush, and we don't have those support loops, it will be a mess. But with these support loops, all the edges will be on their places and everything should basically be okay. That's what we are doing now. Okay, we did this. Here maybe another support loop will be in order, yes. And in this case we even it's very nice. We probably even don't have to crease. Although I would crease maybe manually here, this area. Let's see it better. Yeah, see this thickness here I want to kinda preserve, although we can just take it very carefully, or the bottom one. Let's take the bottom one. It will be better carefully, and just move it down a bit like this, and maybe inward. So I want it to be a little bit thicker. Hopefully I managed to do it. And now I press D to dynamically subdivide it, and now I will crease. Edge loop complete, but before crease I have to go and make the crease like 2 level of crease, because if it's 15 it will be super sharp, and we know that super sharp is not a good option. I'll crease this and crease. Oops. Yeah, I couldn't select it. I will. Oh, no. It's difficult to select this edge here. Let me select it like this. Yeah. Okay, without the dynamics. And now we have creased, we have everything. It's looking good. I will select this color of the metal. Then I will select my metal material down there. And mRGB up here, fill object, disable mRGB and go to basic material. Now we have the pike with this material. We can apply the subdivisions if we are sure. By the way, I think this is a little bit too sharp probably. So I will go to crease 1. Yes, now it's better. The very sharp things we don't like. We like things to be kind of a normal sharp. Okay, now I will apply the subdivisions. Then I will go here, mask this area. There. And what I will do with this, by the way, make sure you don't have perspective when you mask this, and make sure you are snapping the viewport from the side view or from the front view with shift, because otherwise it will be a problem. Now I will deflate this a bit and then inflate this a bit. My idea was to make a line in here, and it kind of happened, but it's not exactly good. So what I will do is Control Z. I don't like this. I will make a line in here by just masking, and then I will make a line just over here by just masking. So I'm masking all the way. Now I will remove, I will invert the mask, and then I will just pull this inward with the inflate slider here in the top left. And this slider is most likely will not be there if you are using your own version of ZBrush UI, but in my version it's there and it's working very nicely. Here I will make also like this. Looks good. I mean, those are kind of things that are looking interesting, and I'm doing them. And of course here I can put this color inside here, which is this one. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of this, a little bit more desaturated. And fill object, it's too much, it's too dark, I think. Maybe a little bit lighter. Yes. Now this looks fine. Let's put the same color here in the top. I'm just masking an area, invert the mask, and fill object with the color. Then of course we would want to fill the handle with a little bit more blue. So I will try to select the handle. It could prove to be a little bit difficult, especially in this upper part, but I think I can select it by just getting rid of this. And getting rid of this. Getting rid of this. We don't have any symmetry here, which is not okay, but whatever. And now I can probably mask this until here, at least. Then invert the mask, and then only this is masked, so I can make it blue. What kind of blue? Probably it will be this kind of blue as here, so I press C. And then I will make it all the way here to be very desaturated, and a little bit more up. Yeah, this I think it's okay. So you see, we have the pike, and it's kind of ready. We can put it even in on his shoulder. Let's try that. So I will snap like this, and then I will put it here and a little bit more in this way. So I don't want this pike or whatever to be, let's dial it down a bit more, maybe a little bit like this. Yes. So my idea here for this pike is not to be straight. It's not to be from front view. See how it's straight. Maybe we could do it like this or like this. I'm not sure which way, but probably sideways like this. Let's see how it will look. I don't like this from a front view. Probably this would be better from front view. It's just a design thing. I just like this more. And the hand will go up here and will catch this. Okay, so before we start the pose, we have a few more things to take care of. But overall, it's looking pretty good. The thing is, when we start the pose, we will definitely start with the fists. We will make sure we have symmetry like we are, and we will fist the hands, so they are like this, and then we'll start posing the arms. But the hands should be fisted. But before that, before all of that, we'll make the rivets, because we need those rivets. And we'll go to our spike, where we make the spike brush, or if you don't have it now, you can go to this star and just append a sphere, whatever, don't worry. Then delete the star. Oh, not duplicate, delete, because I duplicated it. Okay, obviously I deleted the sphere, so I will delete the star now, and I will have only the sphere. But this sphere, although it could work as a rivet, I think we should use a little bit less polygonal sphere, which we'll get by pressing W, getting to this gear here, and choosing the polysphere. Or, again, choosing the sphere 3D. Probably the sphere 3D will be better choice. And then we can do this. This way is fine. Let's see if we can make it a rivet like this. Very nice. This, I think, is a good rivet for now. But we can dial down a little bit more the sides. It doesn't need to be that much, that many polygons. I think this is good. So if you have something like this, a button, a rivet, a bolt or whatever, and you made it into a brush, make sure it has fewer polygons, because if you put it a lot of times and then subdivide it few times, sometimes we can get like millions of polygons just from rivets or buttons or bolts, which is not a good idea. So I make sure this is kind of a low poly. I will point it at the camera like this, not like this from the side view, from the front view. And here, let me just smash it a little bit more, like this. Probably it will be better. And now let me press D to see it, how it will be subdivided. It's okay, it's looking good. Now what I want, by the way, let me see. Okay, from the side, from the back view, I will put one insert just like this, because I want to retain the shape of it a little bit better. This will help. Now I will go to B and let me see which brush I can use for that. I can use whatever brush I want from IMM closing or whatever from this. For example, IMM parts. This has a lot of parts. By the way, it could have a rivet in here somewhere by default in ZBrush. We can use some of those, no problem. I'm just showing you how you can make your own brushes, how you can make your own rivets or buttons or whatever. You don't need to do that, of course. You may use the default ones if you find something that's So IMM primitives was the one that we have put our cone or the spike. And now we can put the rivet also here. So what I will do is pressing B while I'm on this brush, this IMM primitives brush, I press B, go to create insert mesh, and then append. Okay, and now it's here. You see it inside this brush. We can select the spikes, we can put them, we can select the rivet, we can put the rivet. So it's okay, now we have it already. It's here. So now we can go back to our model and start putting the rivets wherever they belong. So in order to put whatever insert mesh you want, you have to select a mesh which doesn't have subdivisions. So for example, what mesh doesn't have subdivisions? So the horns, they don't have subdivisions, so we can try to use it. Let me see. Oh no, the horns. Okay, I have to select some other mesh, select the horns, and then I will select again this brush. Where is it? If I find it, IMM primitives, yes. Okay, and now we can make the rivets. So, in order to make the rivets, I'm making my brush smaller. And I'm just pressing here and doing this. What have I done? I've done this. Press, drag, and then press Ctrl and release. When I press Ctrl, the rivet itself, it will be the size of my current brush. Around this size of the brush. And the brush is the same size all over because it's with dynamic mode. I will make it smaller because I want to put just 2 rivets here. 1, 2, 1, 2, and probably here 1, 2 with Control. And then we have them in both sides. It's okay. This rivet, by the way, it doesn't look good because it's too much forward. It's very, like, you know, I want it to be more flat. So I will Control Z a couple of times until I get release and delete them, and then I will flatten this a lot. And in this way I will add it again. So B, while I'm on this brush, B, create insert mesh, append. Okay, and now we have it. This flattened one is the second one. So we go again to our dragon and we go here and we start Control drag, Control drag. No, just drag, press Control, release. Because Control drag also will do. But first you have to drag and then Control. Because Control and then drag will not work. You have to, be more careful. Then we can do one in here. I'm not sure it's necessary, but we can put it there just in case. Then where do we need more? We need more on this armor here, 2, 3, and they are the same size because I'm using the Control. So use it. Now we can put few here. We will basically put one here. It's too big, so I will make it smaller, the brush, with the bracket keys, and then put one here. Try to put it in the middle, okay. Try to put one here, and one here, probably one more here. Yeah, 2 then, no, 1, just 1. And then maybe one over here, why not? Where else we want to have this? So we have it here, we have it on the horse, we have it here. Here do we have? No, we don't. So I think we are okay with those rivets. Of course, we need to separate them from the horns because we want them on their own. So I will just try with Control-Alt-Shift-Space now. I'm trying. And split hidden. And now they are split. Now we have this and we have the horns in a separate. Now while we have the rivets here, we will press C to select this color. And the metal, then mRGB, fill object, remove mRGB, and like this. And now the rivets are with this metal color and metal material. Now we have them on the horse, we have them on the helmet, we have them everywhere, and they look kinda nice. Not the worst, not the best. Now I can go to the helmet, for example, and I will do a little bit of disabling symmetry, and then I want to do just a scratching here, just to make sure this looks, so this a big scratch. Then I will thin it with the high polish brush, and you see, this is like the concept. The concept has this scratch, we have it also. It should be kind of big, not very small, so it will be okay. I can make without symmetry another something in here, just a push. I don't know why. I just kind of thought it will look good. It will look good, not it will be look good, because it will be look good is not good. So this, I want to Control D to subdivide it one more time, or just go to the highest subdivision. Now we have 500,000 polygons on this, which is a lot, but we can kind of disable symmetry and put some interesting things in here. So we are trying just to make it more interesting here, but this is not gonna work probably. I will leave it. We don't have enough geometry there, so it will not gonna be the best thing ever. But I will try to make those things not so smooth. With the high polish brush, I will go. Make sure they are a little bit not so smooth. A little bit not so smooth, yeah, I know. It sounds amazing. Like my English is always amazing. I will put one like this. So we have to imagine that here and there, this guy has been hit with some weapons, and it kinda made impact in some areas, and those weapons were sharp. That's why this kind of impacts are kinda sharp on the edges, like this. Sounds doable, right? So I think this is fine. Of course, here we can put more like this, and we don't have symmetry anymore, which is okay. Here in the top, we have applied the subdivisions. We can make also, again, a little bit of seem like this is striked with a hammer to make it a helmet, not just made with ZBrush, which it is, of course, but we have to lie. I don't like this also. I don't like it more than you do, but we sometimes need to lie that this is really not ZBrush. Which is definitely a lie, but we have to kind of try to do it. So yeah, those kind of little things which we can get without, but if we do them, it will be better, I think. So let's try to make a few masks in here. Just like this, just like this. Then reverse the mask, and no, just we have to first select this color, then reverse the mask and fill it. Let's try. Okay, it's not exactly what I expect it to be, but I can select this color and just color with the alpha brush. Just try to color here, here, and here, but it's supposed to be a little bit darker probably than the other ones. Not so dark. We have to be careful. No. We have to be pretty careful. This is too dark. I will select this color. Now it's a little bit better. We can always draw over it and make it not so dark. How, you will ask? Just select the outside color by pressing C, then go to RGB intensity low and just drag a few times, and now it will be better. And we can do this kind of things, but notice how where he put this kind of marks, the outside of these marks is kind of a more brighter. So we have to be careful about that too. About the brighter background. Somehow. But I will select this color now and just do few marks in here. If I do them just like this, it will be difficult because I haven't made my brush 100%. So one like this, one will be like this. I'm just looking at here and just trying to make it a little bit like them. Yeah, this looks kind of nice. It doesn't matter, by the way, how you will do it, if it's like the concept or not. It should have something there, just some things. It shouldn't be just a naked something. We have to kind of do this. Okay, maybe we can have some here on the lower back. And the tail probably should have some. Also here maybe. And since this is 3D, we have to have some when where the concept doesn't have them, since we are 3D artists. And here I can even have some a bit not symmetrical, which will be nice. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Yeah, I think some of them are too much, so I will delete them. Let's see on the tail if we have them. Yes, we have them on the tail, but we'll do them in the next video probably, because now we don't have any more time. But it's okay. Also on the leg. So next video probably we'll do some poly painting. We will try to make this frontal part a little bit more nice, and also the horns. I still don't like the horns at all. So yeah, we'll see.